Today our topic is the Stoics' approach to handling criticism. Criticism is something everyone faces in life. No matter who you are or what you do, someone will always have something to say about it. It can come from friends, family, co-workers, or even strangers. Sometimes it is helpful, but often it can feel harsh or unfair. The Stoics, ancient philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, had a unique way of dealing with criticism. They believed that how we react to criticism says more about us than about the person criticizing us. Let's explore their wisdom and see how it can help us handle criticism in a calm and constructive way. First, the Stoics teach us that we cannot control what others say or think about us. This is a key idea in Stoicism. Focus on what is within your control and let go of what is not. When someone criticizes you, their words and opinions are not in your control. What is in your control is how you respond. You can choose to get upset, or you can choose to stay calm and think about whether the criticism has any value. This shift in mindset is powerful because it puts you back in charge of your emotions and actions. Instead of feeling like a victim, you become the one who decides how to react. Next, the Stoics remind us that criticism often says more about the critic than about us. People criticize others for many reasons. Sometimes they are jealous, insecure, or unhappy with their own lives. Other times, they may genuinely want to help but don't know how to express it well. When you receive criticism, ask yourself, what is this person really saying? Are they trying to help, or are they projecting their own issues onto me? By understanding the critic's motives, you can better decide whether to take their words seriously or let them go. This doesn't mean you should ignore all criticism, but it does mean you should evaluate it carefully rather than reacting emotionally. Another Stoic idea is to practice self-awareness. Know your strengths and weaknesses. If you are confident in who you are and what you stand for, criticism will have less power over you. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often wrote about the importance of self-reflection. He believed that if you are clear about your values and live according to them, you will be less shaken by the opinions of others. For example, if someone criticizes your work, but you know you put in your best effort, their words will not hurt as much. Self-awareness also helps you recognize when criticism is valid. If someone points out a mistake you made, and you know it's true, you can use their feedback to improve. The Stoics also encourage us to see criticism as an opportunity for growth. Instead of viewing it as an attack, think of it as a chance to learn. Epictetus, a former slave who became a great teacher, said that every difficulty in life is an opportunity to practice virtue. When someone criticizes you, ask yourself, is there something I can learn from this? Even if the criticism is delivered harshly, there may be a grain of truth in it. By focusing on the lesson rather than the tone, you can turn a negative experience into a positive one. This approach not only makes you more resilient, but also helps you become a better person. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is to prepare for criticism in advance. The Stoics believed in premeditation, which means thinking about potential challenges before they happen. Imagine someone criticizing you in the worst possible way. How would you respond? By mentally rehearsing these situations, you can train yourself to stay calm and composed when they actually occur. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and advisor to the Roman Emperor Nero, wrote about the importance of this practice. He said that by expecting criticism, we can reduce its impact and respond with wisdom rather than anger. Another important Stoic lesson is to separate your self-worth from external opinions. Your value as a person does not depend on what others think of you. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from within, not from outside validation. If you base your self-worth on the approval of others, you will always be at the mercy of their opinions. Instead, focus on living a virtuous life and doing what you believe is right. When you do this, criticism will lose its power to hurt you. You will be able to accept it when it is useful and let it go when it is not. The Stoics also teach us to be humble. No one is perfect, and everyone makes mistakes. When you are criticized, remember that you are not above reproach. Humility allows you to accept feedback without becoming defensive. It also helps you recognize that the person criticizing you may have a valid point, even if they don't express it well. By staying humble, you can use criticism as a tool for self-improvement, rather than seeing it as a threat to your ego. Finally, the Stoics remind us to focus on the bigger picture. Life is short, and in the grand scheme of things, most criticism is not worrying about. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the fleeting nature of life and the importance of keeping things in perspective. When you are criticized, ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? If the answer is no, then let it go. Don't waste your time and energy on things that won't matter in the long run. Instead, focus on what truly matters. Living a good life, being kind to others, and staying true to your values. In conclusion, the Stoic approach to handling criticism is about staying calm, staying focused, and staying true to yourself. It's about recognizing that you cannot control what others say, but you can control how you respond. It's about seeing criticism as an opportunity for growth rather than a personal attack. And it's about keeping things in perspective and not letting small things ruin your peace of mind. By practicing these principles, you can handle criticism with grace and turn it into something positive. Remember, the goal is not to avoid criticism because that is impossible, but to handle it in a way that makes you stronger and wiser. So the next time someone criticizes you, take a deep breath, think like a Stoic, and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? And most importantly, how can I stay true to myself?